Good morning. Thank you for that warm introduction. Thank you to Mike Erdman and the entire staff for hosting this important Memorial Day gathering. A moment where we can come together as a community to reflect, to remember, and to honor those who gave everything for us. Thank you to Chief Collier and the Cocoa Police Department, and to all the staff here today. You're showing me your support, and it means the world to me. After my military and police service in New York, I'm grateful that you gave me, sir, the opportunity to continue to serve my community in this capacity as a police lieutenant. Thank you to Mayor Blake and all the elected and appointed officials in attendance to show your respect for our community for what this weekend represents. For many people in this country, this weekend marks the unofficial start of summer. It's a long weekend, a chance for barbecues, beaches, and time with friends. But for those of us here today, and for so many across the nation who understand the true weight of this day, we know it's something much deeper. This is a weekend of solemn reflection and gratitude. It is about the brave men and women who can no longer enjoy any of those simple and joyful moments because they laid down their lives for our American freedom and our way of life. So we stand here today, this weekend, as our tribute to them. For nearly 250 years, the United States has endured, has grown, has stood resilient only because of the high price that has been paid. A price paid with blood and the supreme sacrifice of our loved ones. And today, even as we stand here in the comfort of our community, we have the very best of our service members still out there in harm's way, working not only to protect our nation, but to protect the world from devastation and instability. Some of them have been lost recently, and each loss reminds us not only of the pain of sacrifice, but also the incredible pride we hold in being a country capable of producing men and women who are willing to give everything, even for those they never met. As we gather here today, it's worth reminding ourselves of a unique aspect of our nation's character. We are the only country that separates Memorial Day from Veterans Day. Veterans Day is observed on November 11th and celebrates our living veterans and those who served and then passed on later in life. Many of us here today know the honor of being thanked on that day, and we appreciate it deeply, but that's not what the weekend is about. The weekend is for our fallen brothers and sisters in arms. They were our family members, they were our friends. They are the people we would give anything to spend just 5 minutes more with. Just 5 more minutes to laugh with them. Just 5 more minutes to tell them how much we love them and how honored we were to have them in our lives. This day is for the men and women who were killed in service to our country. Memorial Day, as you heard, was founded in 1868 in the shadow of the Civil War, a conflict so devastating that it saw 700,000 Americans on both sides killed in a population of only 30 million at that time. That's 2.5% of the country in 4 years. But what is more sobering in our short 250-year history is, in fact, over 1.3 million American service members have died in both combat and training accidents, again in defense of our country. Only a free and just society can produce such brave men and women willing to put themselves in harm's way for the safety of others. They're not nameless and faceless statistics. They were real people. And many of my friends here know that they did live amongst us. They were people who lived and loved and laughed. They were people who went to school with us. They played on our sports teams. They worship beside us in church. They did enjoy the same barbecues, the same beach days, the same warm sunshine that so many will enjoy this weekend. And then when our country called, they gave us their final gift. They died for us. And they faced our enemies with courage and ferocity. And they showed the world that as long as America has free men and women willing to stand up and fight, when necessary, our nation will never perish from the earth. So how do we, the living, truly honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice? Start by recognizing something simple but profound. That warm sunshine. Every sunrise that we see in a free United States was paid for by them. It's every moment that we live without fear of being conquered. It's every opportunity that we enjoy as Americans being a free people. All of it exists because they stepped forward into battle in our place. And we honor their legacy, not just with words, but with our actions. President Ronald Reagan once said, and I quote, "And just as they whom we commemorate were willing to sacrifice, so too must we, in a less final, less heroic way, be willing to give of ourselves." And to me, that means we live the remainder of our days as a people of service. Serve one another with courage and kindness, as our fallen did. Serve our families with love and devotion, as our fallen did. Serve our communities with compassion and bravery, as our fallen did. Serve our faith in God with loyalty and example, as our fallen did. And finally, serve our nation by being proud of who we are and where we come from, just as our fallen were. So as we bow our heads this weekend and every day to remember those who made it possible for us to gather here, I ask you to just do something afterward. Stand up a little higher. Hold your head a little higher. Live in the example of bravery as they did. Carry yourself with pride, because it was them that made that possible. These people now are forever our guardian angels that look over us every day and whom we honor. So in closing, I want to thank you again who took the time to gather here to show your commitment to remembering our fallen. I want to thank Mike Erdman and his terrific staff for facilitating our right to lawfully assemble as a community to show our respect and gratitude. I want to thank my fellow veterans and first responders who protected us and continue to do so in the spirit and example of our fallen. I want to thank the Gold Star families who suffer the loss of their loved one, because every single day is Memorial Day for them. I want them to know that while the absence of your loved one can never be replaced, you have a grateful nation, and you definitely have this community that's always there to support you and share in your grief. Finally, may God bless our fallen heroes that have kept us free for 250 years, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.